Hello, I'm so glad to be back. How are you? I've been away. Not that you probably missed me, but um, I've been up the country, in the bush, having a nice break, which is lovely. And while I was up there, I did a workshop, and I did a workshop on these very small scrolls. And so I'd like to share with you, first of all, how to make the scrolls, but I'd like to share also with you my new printables. Now, these I made while I was away, and I'm going to be utilizing them in the scroll making. So look, they come in A4 print. You can print them A5, of course, and there's 10 pages in each pack, and I think they're like a few dollars. They're like really inexpensive. I kept them really inexpensive, so anyone can use them as collage, but also you can use them for this particular project. And so there's two of them. There's two different nature foliage scripts on my Etsy page, which I'll put a link down the bottom. So today, after that, there we go, that's my so these ones that I'm just about to show you are made from these papers, but they also have jelly prints in them, and that I've done, and also I've used a jelly plate. I've used a couple of pieces of bamboo, as you can see, and also I've done some frottage work with gum leaves. These ones I've done here, so these leaves have been frottage is a rubbing, and I've done some rubbings of leaves, and then I put them on the jelly plate. So that's the first little scroll, and it's a very small little scroll. I've made much larger ones, but I thought for this site, it would be easier for me to show you how to make a small one. Now, obviously, I have my papers up there for people who don't make their own papers and so forth, but you can use anything. Obviously, if you're a jelly printer, you can use collage, you can use ink work, you can make whatever, do whatever. So that's the first one, where the scroll, this piece goes, it hangs at the top, and then you hang it up somewhere so you can actually see your work, instead of it being in a book, you can actually hang it up and see it, which would be lovely, and also a really nice little gift. So that's the first one. It is also translucent, so it kind of I can't really show you. Can I show you? Oh yeah, look, see, so it's translucent through that around the paper bit in the middle. So everything looks fabulous through it. So if you could hang it on a window or whatever. And then there's this version, which is a little bit different because it actually hangs from the bamboo, but from the stick, and with some washi tape hanging on to the bottom. So it's slightly different, but slightly different pattern, but the same principle. It will have the rope and hang up the top. Okay, so I think I'll start with great little gifts. Yeah, but I really enjoyed making them. I think I really had such fun making them. Now, this one was sealed after all the work with very thin gold acrylic paint. So it sealed the work in, and the other one was sealed with, I'll just see the difference, and if you can see the difference, this one was sealed with a coffee stain gesso, but it's a very lightly coffee stain gesso, so you can't really see very much difference, but all of this is sealed in, so nothing will rub off or anything like that. All right, so how to make a small, Should I turn the light on? Maybe I should turn the light on. Hold on. That might be better. Oh, might have to shoot that all again. Does that look different? Do they look different in the light? Hold on. Just put this one up again. Does it look different in the... You can probably see the shimmery gold far more that seals it, which I really, really like. It makes it look a bit more ancient. Anyway, not to worry. Okay, so we are going to, what I've used is a metal ruler, some wax paper, obviously a printable or jelly print or whatever you feel like using. I think I might use that one today, and for the middle I was going to use something completely different, I think. Quite like that one. That one there. Okay, is there a green though? Oh, that's in the other one. Okay. So I'm going to use those pieces, I think, today. And I'm also going to use, as I said, wax paper. Now, the wax paper is, this wax paper is 30 centimeters long, which is kind of nearly 12 inches. And we use half of it. So it's 90, is it 90 or 50? I've written it down. 50 centimeters. So you need 50 centimeters, and you cut 50 centimeters along, and then you fold it in half. Here's one I prepared earlier. Fold it in half, and then you have enough for 2 scrolls. Okay? Now, obviously we're only going to work on one at the moment. Now the first thing I do is I fold over the first inch just here and glue that down on either end. It doesn't have to be precise, it just has to be level, and everything to be level, that's all. So I'm using this sort of stick glue, and just going to glue that down. Now I use this piece of pipe to roll my work. It just, yeah, but also you could use the paper folder. The paper folder is just not on my table at the moment, but I do actually quite like the roller for this particular job. Now we're going to make sure that's nice and pressed down nice and nicely. And then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the border. So for instance, this particular border was made with a jelly print. So you could make it with a jelly print, but I'm actually going to use one of my printables. So this is an A4 sheet. Put that to the side. So I'm going to make, first of all, we'll get rid of that. Now, depending on how wide you want it, how wide you want the border, I've made them quite thin on the ones that I've already done, but on my larger ones I actually made them quite significant and smaller areas inside. So whatever it is that you wish to do on the border, and whether, you know, it has to be twice. So because it's folded, as I will show you, it's actually folded over on this side. So it's two pieces folded over. So I'm going to make it, I think I'm going to make it and mark it maybe 5 centimeters actually on this one, just to be a little bit, which is 2 inches. So I need 3 of these. So I mark top and bottom 5 centimeters just with a pencil, 2 inches for my friends who are in America. Then we put that up to the top on that line and bring that to that line and we tear. That's one. And the second line is here and here. And the third line is here. Now oddly that's 5 inches too. So I could actually keep that one out with the scripting on it and actually put that one in. I could use that scripting another day. Now the next thing we do is we fold all of these in half. Just fold them in half like so. Now this is just normal A4 paper, you know, like printing copy paper. It's nothing special. You could use onion skin or anything that, you know, to get more of a translucent look. It depends on what sort of paper you've got around. I just had this down in the printer, so I just decided I'd just print them off like so today. Alright, now I have 3 of those. Now shiny side up, because it was before, it was, we folded up, this is the matte side, so we'd folded it in. Shiny side up is the way we're actually going, where we're going to actually put the work, whatever the work is in the middle. But we are going to do at this point is glue these to the side. So there's the side pieces and they get glued. And I mean, I won't, you've got to make sure that though when you glue, okay, I'll just say this, that you actually line up the fold nicely with the glue on and then glue it on. Okay, so that is where I'm gonna, I don't know that you need me to watch me to do that. Oh, I lost my words now. I don't, yeah, but I'll do that and then I'll come back with those glued on. Okay, so I was actually just the tiniest bit short. Not that it would really matter if you didn't put it on, but I figure that it would be better to have it looking all perfect. So I just cut a little bit off the bit that was left. Okay, so there it is. Right. Now the next piece is that you're going to put on is you're going to choose a piece that actually goes along the bottom here. Now you could use this, I could use this piece that I had out of this piece of paper if I wanted to, but I actually think I'm going to go for a little bit more, a little bit darker, yeah, maybe not. To figure out which one I want. Oh yes, well maybe that one actually. I'll just now this one I've printed out. I mean, obviously you can print them out any size when you get the file, if you buy them, you know. And I love printing them out different sizes because it the same thing can be utilized in so many different ways. I will go and get, though, a jelly print, I think, and I think I'm going to use one of the jelly prints that I've done in the middle, and I'm going to do some ink work also on this particular one. So I would really like that, see that lovely rough edge before the rubbing. So I'm going to take that bit, just measure it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take that piece there. And glue that on there. That bit there. And I want that lovely piece to show. So depending on how I finish this one, and on this end I could actually have this piece, I think. Well, maybe I can have them similar. I might have them the same thickness. That's about the only thing I'm probably concerned about, is actually having them in the same width. So I'll just measure that against there and then decide which bit I want to put up here. No, you know, I quite like the, because it's got a beautiful ripped edge on that too. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Glue that into place. Nice and beautiful. Now we've got out of that piece of paper, we haven't got, so that one piece of paper, I think there's those pieces left, and that, so that's okay. So now at this point you could just do ink work if you wanted to. You could put red down, you know, like get acrylic paint and draw. I haven't done any kind of thing like that yet. I really like, this is where I like to just let them dry up a little bit, the sides, and make sure that it's all nice and flat and they're all nicely dried. I love how the translucent works. I would do some frottage on this right now, and I could do that and then put whatever I am doing over the top of it. Maybe I'll do that, because actually the other ones I've always done the frottage after I've glued the piece on. So maybe we will just do, now the frottage that I'm doing, what colour? So I've decided I'm going to do, these are just gum leaves off the tree outside, and I'm going to do them in blue, and I'm using a Conte, which is just pressed together, very firm. Let me write some. It's but it does smudge, and so you've got to seal it. But it does allow you to do beautiful frottage work. So might make a bigger one. So you always use the back of leaves where the spines are, and because it's translucent wax paper, you can just see where you're putting everything before you put the Conte pencil on there. It's a Conte chalk. I think I'm going to have some up this way too. So if I had something in the middle here, not going to be, I think I'm going to go and get a piece of blue jelly print maybe, or something. I will put one more up here. There is an art to this. It's taken me a while to work out, that is for sure. And alright, now, so as you build up, and you can change the different colours of the Conte that you're using if you wish, but as I say, it's a bit of a practice. It takes a little bit of practice. Okay, I'm just gonna, now I have my blue folder somewhere, there we go, and I just wanted to see whether there was any pieces that spoke to me, you know. I feel like I might do some ink work on them. So it's a matter of just getting the background. Quite like those pieces. I don't know why I would want those. So that would be, that's, oh, that's green. They're not gonna, I like those. In fact, I like them, but I might have to make another one with that. Oh, I see that's attached. Oh, I don't know what I was doing there. And I quite like this. I don't know that that goes. It's the wrong blue. That is actually the right blue. It's more of an aqua-y. Alright, I'm going to go with I'm just going to go with that because otherwise I will be looking at pieces of paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide which bit I like about that. There's a great separation there on that line, so I'm just going to separate it. Don't know whether that's too big or whether it just needs to be a little bit, tiny bit smaller. Oh, what lovely paper. I like the paper too. Okay. So magically I've got glue on that, and I'm going to put it in the middle here. Like so. Just going, I think this might be too big, but I know I am going to do some ink work on it, but I just really like this particular piece. It's the colour, obviously. And I feel like I should have probably printed that a little bit smaller maybe, but I just want to incorporate a piece of that, I think. So the process obviously is growing. Now, you can use any leaves, of course, that you like to do the... So frottage. Did I tell you about frottage? Frottage is rubbing. Huh. One of the meanings of rubbing, frottage anyway. And so any leaves, oh well, you can use anything. Frottage, it's a French word. Like collage is a French word, so it all goes together, really. Yeah. All right. Might just change that. Okay, so I haven't decided whether I'm using this piece because I feel like it might be just a little bit big for what I want. And I just like the blue. It's a really deep blue. Okay. Oh, well, maybe I could do it there, actually. Ah. How about if I go... I mean, it's a printed thing. I can always print another one, can't I? Ah, yes, there we go. I feel like it's very Japanese because it's actually very symmetrical. You know how it's symmetrical they are. Okay, so we are going to that is absolutely perfect. These are beautiful ink works that I did. They're in the pack too, and they, obviously you can do your own, but they're there because the Etsy site actually has 10 for the, I think it's $5 or something. It has 10 pages of work, collage papers in it that you can print out as many times as you like. I thought it'd be fabulous for people who don't, you know, jelly print and do all that. But anyway, I suppose most of you jelly print. Sometimes it's just easy though to make the first one with someone else's, isn't it? I think anyway. So we will wait for this to dry and then I will be back. So I've just got my very old vegan plate out that was lying underneath there. Now I'm going to spray this with water because I want this to be a really thin layer of paint on here, like really thin, and all it's doing is sealing it. So down we go onto the plate, and that side and that side. And see where it's hit, where it may need a little bit more, just to seal the conte, just so that it doesn't smudge. Of course, you know, this one hasn't got very much grunge on it, the vegan plate, because it pulls so well, but which is fine. Okay, that is that. That is sealed. Now these folds up like so. It's about an inch, I think, yeah. Which is what, 2.4 centimeters or something, isn't it? fold both ends, and the stick, whatever stick you're using, is going to go into there like so and be stuck down. So there's going to be washi tape or tape along here, and then there's going to be this taped in place. So it has to be on equal, make sure it's equal on either side, whether it be inches or centimeters, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure that it's, you know, equal, like 2 inches and 2 inches, yep. And it's on the line. You put it on the fold, and just grab a little bit of masking tape and tape that down. Okay, so that goes there, and then that comes over here to do the hanging. You have to push it down quite well. Now you could put some glue underneath this too. In fact, I probably would use a bit of this tape first and then pretty it up with the washi. It just gives a better hold. Like so, and then washi it over with whatever, because washi sometimes doesn't stick. I've noticed I've had to glue down. I suppose it depends on what company made it and, you know, when its used by date is, because obviously the glue wears out, hey? But you have to make the back as pretty as the front. So press that all down very hard, and then you do the same to the other end. And I'll just pause that and come back. Okay, so there it is. It's actually at this point. Now you can do, I suppose you can do I don't know how, I'm just going to have a test of this ink, because I think that this ink here is not as strong as I would like it. I'm just going to shake up my drawing ink. It's quite strong, but I think it needs a bit more. Okay. Just going to pop some more ink in there. Waterproof drawing ink from Chromacryl is what I use. And I'll just okay. Okay. That's the black. And I really would like to do a bit of I was going to use that. So if I was going to do any small work, I'd just wait for that to dry, obviously, and then I might do some small work in those little squares of the ink, and I also might do some gold. I think that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm leaning towards. I actually don't have to wait for it to dry because it is dry. So, can I do this on camera? It's not exactly the most elegant ink thing, is it? Go around, go around, go around, go around. Oop, oop, oop. Too much stuff going on my desk. Okay. That is as much as I'm going to do. So, I might leave it there. So obviously the little hanger, I might do some gold work on it. I haven't decided. I might get some gold, you know, when this is dried. If I do, I'll add it to the video. So obviously there's just a little tie of whatever sort you've got. I mean, you know, a little tie that goes up here, and then it rolls up like my other one. So I was just rolling one end in like an actual Japanese scroll does, and then tying it up with the piece that it hangs from. And what a great little gift. I mean, really, yeah. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to me, and if you're interested, I will be doing other kind of scroll works in the future. Alright, look forward to hearing from you. Please leave your comments. I'd love to hear from you. And I also hope you have a lovely Christmas and New Year if I don't see you. Until then, bye.